Welcome everyone. I picked us up a new miter saw today. That way we can start dealing with the live edge material that we are cutting back at the sawmill. Some of the larger planks are reaching all the way out to 14, some of them even 16 inches. So I wanted to get a sliding miter saw in order to take care of that. Picked up the table as well. So we're going to start with the table, open it up, see what we need to do to put it together. And this is the DWX 726 miter saw stand. And hopefully there's not a lot to do inside this kit here. These are hard rubber tires. I would say that's a 6-inch wheel. Let me measure that. It's an 8-inch tire. It's always fun opening a new box until you get to putting it together, and then it becomes a job, doesn't it? Need some side cutters for that. Oops, we got it. Just going to kind of separate this stuff. At least have the box out of the way. There's not a whole lot of hardware involved with this, guys. We are going to turn this up, and the manual says to leave these zip ties attached until the instructions tells us to cut it, because this is under pressure. I didn't realize this had a shock on here that'll help us lift the saw up to what position we want. And these washers do have a curve to them, and we're going to put that down against our steel pipe. Spinning around. We're going to use this handle and our longer hex bolt and a lock washer this time. Okay. And then our shortest screw of the pack and a lock washer. It's going to go right here on the bottom of that handle. One flat washer. Slide our bushing in. Flat washer on the back side. And these are Teflon nuts, so once you get them tightened up, they should stay put. These are 3/4 inch wrenches. You can use sockets or adjustables too. Now before we go any further, we're going to loosen up the 6 bolts that we have holding our adjustment rails for our saw. Get these guys where they can slide a little. Go ahead and take these guys out. The 4 mounting bolts for the saw. These are loose. We're ready to slide this down on the floor. Get our saw out now. And there's our saw, guys. We're going to get everything centered up on our rails and then put our bolts back through our feet of the saw itself. Tell you what, guys, that's a beast of a saw right there. And make sure we center this thing up too. Before we tighten anything down. We're ready to stand this thing up for the first time. I still have my zip tie on this end. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one loose so I can spin the saw around. I'm definitely going to hold down on it just in case. I'm going to put a foot on this thing. Hold down on this. Cut this last one off of here. Go ahead and release our handle now. There we go. Now we got it. Now the bed extensions, just simply slide in, put the longer space of the bracket towards the front, clear that little bolt there, and a lock washer and a wing nut, and our clamp that goes up underneath here, and this does already in the saw. Kind of line everything up. Lock washer on. Okay. It also has a work light on it to give you a shadow as to where you're going to be cutting through. Very nice. I am really looking forward to getting some of the live edge boards on this thing. That is going to make a tremendous help back at the sawmill. And then when you want to fold it up, just grab your handle and you can pull it up a little bit to release it and clear everything. And then the shock helps you all the way to the floor. In the same way when you're bringing it back up, you can come all the way up with it till it locks in. So if you're in your shop, it should be easy to store as well. I like everything on wheels. Well, the installation was complete. The stand went together real easy, guys. The stand is the DWX 726. The saw is the DWS 780, 12-inch miter saw, 15-amp motor, and it is a slide as well as tilts both directions. We are looking forward to having this back at our sawmill and being able to trim up a lot of the live edge stuff that we make. And I really do think that this saw is going to be a nice fit for us. Get that locked in. It's always nice to get tools that can make your job easier for you. I'll talk to you on the next one.